Despite Shedeur Sanders being a fifth-round pick, I do expect for the Browns to start him at some point during this season. The question just is when, because their schedule is just as tough as anybody's. They got a top three schedule in terms of difficulty. You got the Bengals, the Ravens, the Packers, the Lions, the Vikings, the kick off the season. Good Lord. And then before your bye week, you got the Dolphins and the Patriots, which are winnable games for the Browns. And then after that, Baltimore, Las Vegas. You should be 3-8 at that point. And once you go into that Week 13 game against the San Francisco 49ers, that's when I expect for the Browns to start Shedeur Sanders. And then after that date with the 49ers, do you know who the Browns are going to be playing in Week 14? The Tennessee Titans. And the NFL knew exactly what they were doing when they scheduled this Week 14 matchup between the Cleveland Browns and the Tennessee Titans, because the schedule makers probably assumed that will be the point of the season when the Browns throw Shedeur out there, because at that point you're going to be playing for nothing and you might as well see what you have in Shedeur Sanders. The owner was the guy who wanted him in Cleveland, which is why they took a second quarterback, although they drafted Dylan Gabriel 2 rounds early. And that's going to set up the Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders Week 14 matchup that a lot of people are going to be tuned in to watch. Cam Ward should have a really good rookie campaign for the Titans. He may not be able to get them to the playoffs, but they will be a more difficult team to beat this year with him than what they were last year with Will Levis turning the football over willy-nilly. This Cam Ward versus Shedeur Sanders game is going to be one of the more intriguing matchups of this season. Yeah, the Titans and the Browns aren't big brands. They don't really draw a lot of viewership. Everybody's going to be tuned in to watch this game. Either you're going to be watching because you love or you hate Shedeur, or you're going to be watching because you want to see both of college football's 2 best quarterbacks from 2024 squaring off in the NFL. And the last time we will have a rookie quarterback matchup of this level of excitement, if Shedeur is to start and playing this game Week 14 against Cam Ward, goes back to a few years ago, 2015, I believe it was, when Marcus Mariota and Jameis Winston matched off against each other to kick off the season. That was a really good game. I believe Jameis Winston started that one off with the interception. It was a pick six. And after that, the Buccaneers just routed Tennessee from that point on. That's the last time I can recall a rookie quarterback matchup that had this much aura as what Cam Ward and Shedeur are going to have. The Michael Penix and Jaden Daniels Sunday night game also, was really good and had a lot of intrigue. But this game is just going to hold the cake because, Cam Ward is a really electric player. I don't see him struggling under Brian Callahan. I feel he'll have as good as a rookie season as what we saw Justin Herbert have, despite not having a good supporting cast around him. When you have quarterbacks that have started for as many games as what Cam Ward has throughout his college career, from FCS, Washington State to Miami, they normally end up hitting the ground up and running. And Shedeur Sanders, I expect the same out of him. He has started a good amount of games during his collegiate career. So this Week 14 matchup between the Browns and the Titans, the NFL intentionally scheduled this game at this point during the season because they know this is when the Browns are going to pull the trigger and they're going to throw out Shedeur Sanders.